The Triskele is an ancient symbol known in different variants by different populations. It is designed with three horns spreading from a central point. With time, the original meaning was lost, and new interpretations began to spread. In the Norse culture, it is specifically known as Odin's Hornar, which means horns of Odin, because these three horns contain a drink rich of the properties of poetry. It is therefore a symbol of divine inspiration and revelation. However, there is a specific reason for the particular design of the symbol. In Lombardia, in the south of the Alps, amongst the various ancient carvings on rocks representing the commune rose or svastika, a mysterious humanoid figure with horns on his head is carved with raised arms, as if he is invoking something, and with a serpentine figure on his left that seems to be enveloped around a line. This figure is known as the Celtic deity Cernunn, who is said to represent the wild nature. While Cernunn is found in various places, the same exact representation can only be found in another land, Norway. There, a human with raised arms, a horned helmet, and a snake enveloped around a line is painted in the Oseberg tapestry. The only differences between the Norwegian and the Lombard figure is a sword held by the man in the Norwegian painting and the shape of the horns. The Moses of Michelangelo is built with two horns coming out of his forehead. These horns were meant to represent the revelation of God. In the biblical book of Exodus, Moses comes down from Mount Sinai with the tables of the law and a shining face. Exodus 34, verse 29. And it came to pass, when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the two tables of testimony in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses wist not that the skin of his face shone, while he talked with him. And when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come nigh him. The shining face, the light radiating from his face, was represented with horns by Michelangelo. And it is to be noticed that it was the stick of Moses to turn into a snake in front of the Egyptians, by the will of God. This is the foundation for the horned humanoid carved in Lombardia and painted in Norway. A Moses-like figure. The arms raised in invocation, the horns representing light radiating from their faces and foreheads, the stick on their left turning into a snake. It might be unbelievable that these ancient people of the land now known as Europe had something to do with the ancient Israelites. However, Plinius the Elder, in his Historia Naturalis, states that everywhere the name of the Scythians was changed into Sarmatians and Germans. The Scythians and the Sarmatians were ancient people from the Middle East, so according to Plinius, the Germans were too. However, the Germans were only the last people of their kind to leave the Middle East and settle in the lands of Europe. In easy words, Plinius from the Celtic city of Como had the same origin as well. What relates these people even more with their symbolism and belief is, again, the relation between horns and radiation of light. In ancient Hebrew, the word for horn was made by three consonants, K, R, N. It is the foundation of the word kernun, horn, which is kurn in my native language. However, KRN also had another meaning, ray, radiation of light. This is how horns began to represent light. In the Norse writings, radiation, light and horns are still related. Heimdall, the white god and guardian of the bridge that connects the world of humans, Miðgarðr, the land in the middle, and the reign of the gods, Asgardr, where Os had the original meaning of generation, to generate, to create, will blow in his horn known as Gjallarhorn, the resounding horn, marking the beginning of the Ragnarök, the judgment of the gods, the final battle between the forces of good and evil. Heimdall, who blows in this horn, means radiant world. He is also known as the White God for a specific reason. He is the guardian of the bridge connecting the world of humans and the reign of the gods. The bridge, known as Osbro, bridge of the generation, Bifrost, the shaking way, and Bilrost, the way of a moment, or ephemeral way, is described as burning of all the flames, and it is composed by three main colors. It could be described as a rainbow, but it is not. These three colors are naturally red, green, and blue. When lights of these colors are perfectly mixed together, they result in a white light. This is why Heimdall is the white god. In easy words, this is the modern concept of RGB, where the perfect combination of red, green, and blue is leading, for example, to the usual white screen of modern devices. Because horns are representing the radiation of light, three horns were used to represent the light of God and the act of creation. This is the original meaning of the Triskele. However, another symbol shares a similar meaning, the triquetra. In this case, a knot modeled on the shape of a sort of clover with three leaves is designed. It is inside divided in three spaces surrounding a central space. The central space represents the white light. The others represent yellow, magenta, and cyan. Three other spaces are outside, between the leaves. These external spaces are representing red, green, and blue. Yellow is given by the mixing of red and green, magenta by the mixing of red and blue, cyan by the mixing of blue and green. In the middle, white, the perfect combination of red, green, and blue. These are the main seven colors, the reason why the Osbro was seen as a sort of rainbow. To be noticed, in Genesis 9, verse 13, the rainbow is set by God as a token of a covenant between God and the earth. This is why it was made into a symbol. I do set my bow in the cloud, and it shall be for a token of a covenant between me and the earth.